Hello there. Good morning. I hope you can hear me okay. They just decided to turn on a really thick AirPod, so I apologize for that. So today we are focusing on mobility and a little bit of more body seated connection breath. So let's get into it. So find yourself in an easy sitting position. We're gonna think about our three rings. So our pelvis ring, and then our torso ring, ribcage ring, stacked right on top of that pelvis. So you shouldn't be forwards, you shouldn't be back. And then your head ring, right on top of the ribcage, right on top of the pelvis. Imagine a piece of string at the top of the head going all the way up to the ceiling. Feel like elongated long. And then just give me a couple of nice big inhales, shoulders up towards the ears, pull the shoulders down. Breathing through the nose, shoulders up towards the ears, and exhale out the mouth, down behind the back. Two more big inhale with the nose. Final one, big shoulder roll. And then from there, we're just going to do a couple of circles. So I'm going to keep my hands on my knees. I'm going to press my chest forwards, arch the spine. I'm going to take it over to the right side. And then I'm going to tuck and round through the spine, trying to draw a circle with my upper body. Take it over to the left. Press the chest forwards. And then circling around. Trying to create a little bit of mobility and movement through the spine. Really rounding. And then really arching and opening up the chest. We're going to reverse it. So over towards your left. Big circle over towards your right. Just try to make some movement. Keeping both sit bones on the floor. Final one. Nice big circle. Getting rid of the cricks and crowns. Good stuff. We're going to take our left hand and we're going to place it just behind us on the floor. We're going to reach up and over. Stretch back, place the hand on the ear, and then we're going to try to turn for the hand. We're going to inhale, open up, look towards the sea. Exhale. Inhale, open up, exhale. Inhale. Open up. We're going to swap sides. Right hand comes just behind us. So if this is 3 o'clock, I'm going to take it over to about 5 o'clock. We're going to stretch back and over. Nice big opening stretch. Place the hand on the ear. Elbow towards the head. Change both sit bones on the floor. Inhale. Open it up. Exhale. Press from the inhale. Open it up. Exhale. And then rest. Nice. Okay. Good stuff. Let's go into our all fours position. Shoulders set right on top of the wrists. Inhale, arch to the spine. Exhale, starting around. Now find a nice little neutral position and start the transition front here. You're going to inhale. Relax belly. Exhale, draw the belly in towards the spine. Inhale, relax the belly. Exhale, draw the belly in towards the spine. We're going to do that bird dog. So you're going to extend your right hand to the left foot out. Nothing else shifts in the body. So pressing through your left hand, pressing through the right knee. We're extending up, forwards for folding. We're going to take it down. You're going to try and draw that circle. So the hips should lift up. They should always look loose. And then let them down. So I'm trying to line my left ankle, knee, hip all together. My wrist, shoulder, all. Good. Really good stability. We're going to do 3 more. Down the floor. If you need to come down in between, please feel free to do so. Last one. I really got it. I'm so sorry. I don't know how we did. Let's be fine. Now we're going to swap sides. So pressing to the right side, driving down the left knee. Inhale. Extend out the edge of that. Lift up. And then opening it out. Good balance. Trying to draw like a semicircle with the finger and the toe. Then you only go as high as you can go. And you're trying to get your core to stabilize that right hand, your left knee, opening it out. Good stuff. Last one. Brilliant. Nice. Go. Just fold your wrists over in the opposite direction. Keep the knees close to the hands, and if that's nice and easy, you take the knees slightly further. Okay. From there, we're going to bring it up to a low lunge. So if you need blocks, you can have blocks either side. So right here, we're just going to tuck the pelvis, press the hip forward. And when you do this, you should feel a big stretch. So you want to actually squeeze the glutes, squeeze the quad, push the hip forward, and stretch out the hip there. So we're focusing more on the back hip just now. Pressing forwards, keeping the core engaged, so not letting your back arch as you do this. Pressing forward. We're gonna, if you have blocks, you can have them nearby. We're going to just inch this front foot forwards ever so slightly. Okay? So now my ankle is in front of my knee. And then from there, I'm going to flex my foot. I'm going to extend the knee. And then hands come down. And then you're just shifting the weight back. So you want to feel as though the right hip is drawing back into the socket. And then from there, this might be enough. You might be up on your blocks. From there, then we're going to draw the hands slightly towards, like almost like this. And then we're going to stay here for all the breaths. And then you want to focus on the exhale, right? So exhale, that's in the box. That's going to go a little bit deeper, a little bit lower. Good. We're back. Okay, so we're going to come towards the foot. So if you have those blocks, you're now going to place them at the front of the mat in front of you. We're going to twist and shift over. So now we're going to be in this low lunge position. So what you can do with your blocks as well is you can sit on them. So you can stack them up, sit on them. And now we're trying to stretch out this part of the hamstring. If you're not as low as I am and you feel really crumpled over, I want you to focus on just finding height. So maybe your foot is a bit further out in front of you and that gives you a little bit more space. If you're a little bit more flexible, I want you to add some weight onto that foot. And then from there, we're just going to try and create some stretch length through the spine. So opening that chest up as much as you can. I've now got my tricep, my right arm into the right thigh, pushing your knee back. Good. And then from there, we're going to bring the left hand up and over, trying to stretch all the way through the side. And now I want you to really breathe. So we're trying to create space in the rib cage. Opening it up. Looking up towards the ceiling if you can. If you feel off balance, don't worry. But I want you to try and shift your weight more backwards rather than forwards. So shift back into the blocks if you're sitting on them. Brilliant stuff. Take the hands in front of you. We're going to reverse it and go the other way. So we're walking the hands over. Place your blocks underneath your bum or wherever you need them to be. And then weight is on that left leg now. We're going to try and create a little bit of space. We're going to open up. Inhale. Take it up and over. Stretching through the side of the rib cage. Nice hot breathing. And then every time you exhale, I want you to look at a new body part that you can really give attention to. So maybe it's your inner thigh, Maybe it's the chest. Good. Last one. Last breath. Beautiful stuff. Okay. From there, we're going to take the hands. We're going to turn the bottom over towards the left leg. We're going to start off in that low lunge position. So bringing the ankle in towards the knee. Good step right underneath. Back hip. We're going to tuck the pelvis, push the hip forward, squeeze the butt cheeks, squeeze the quad, engage the core, so we're not arching through the spine. Feeling stretch through here. So it's less about, oh, can I go deep like this? It's more about, can I isolate the hip flexor, the psoas, lengthening all through here as much as possible. Now take your hands forwards. Bring that ankle slightly in front of the knee. Hands go forward either side of the leg, not go inside. And then relax that foot. Feel like you're pulling that left hip socket back into the joint. Nice ball. And line up or big toe down. Rock. Good stretch. So we're just trying to mobilize all the way through the hips. Take forwards. And bringing it back down, seated. We'll just finish in our 90-90. We'll just go over to our 90-90. So you're going to create that 90 position with the front leg and the back leg. So I'm going to pull my knee in one line. And then remember, if you're not good at sitting in this yet, one day you will be. You just need to keep practicing. If you're like, I can't sit like this at all, I need a lot of pain or discomfort, bring the back knee in, a little bit closer to the front, or bring the front leg closer towards the back. From here, we are just going to try and do some fold. So I'm going to fold forward over the front leg, taking my left hip down towards the floor as fast as possible. And then folding, trying to keep my back leg long when I do this. So if you are feeling really constricted, you can just stay up here and focus more on the sternum lengthening, trying to feel light. And this is the thing about flexibility and mobility. Like, so much of it is genetics, and then so much of it is practice. And so it's that kind of nature versus nurture. So some people, when they don't exercise for a while, or they haven't practiced doing their normal sport or whatever it is for a little while, that something will go first. For me, I'm naturally quite flexible, so actually the strength for me goes first. My husband is the opposite. He doesn't train for a while. His strength comes back super quickly, but he's still tight. So we all have different abilities. Someone doing that pose like, oh, I needed this nice little stretch. For other people are going to be sweating. So it's a balance, you know, you want to try and do as much as you can with our bodies and our range today. And not get disheartened by it. Try to learn more. We're going to take it over to the other side, but we're going to do it functionally. So I'm going to open that back leg up, which is my left. I'm going to open the knee as much as I can, trying to keep this knee down on the floor. Even I can't do it good. And then we're going to open out, and then we're going to drop to the other side. We're going to go for another hold. So this is like what you could call like a quarter pigeon or half pigeon, taking that back towards the front of the leg. Gonna extend the arms out and then work on that. So this is my tiger side. I have all my injuries on my left hand, my left ankle. My left side is really tight. So when I feel that, I feel restricted in that back hip and I can't get it to these points. So what I'm focusing more on is in my body, what I want to feel in this today is that the right hip is good. For you might be like, oh, actually, what I'm really focusing on is just trying to keep this front leg, this front ankle at 90. You can add a little bit of We're still looking for those Sundays. So we're not going to that as a place clear house. So right now I'm very close to the left knee as I instructed. If you wanted to increase the stretch, that's on the left knee. Yes, we're going to functionally return to center. And then last one, we're just going to butterfly. So this is a nice one to have if you have blocks to place underneath the knees. And a lot of the butterfly can help with that. So we're going to place the soles of the feet together, and you're going to bring them as close to you as you possibly can. The knees are going to lift, and then we're going to extend them down. So if your hips are a little bit more restricted, your glutes are a little bit more restricted, you probably won't be able to get them down. That's okay. Place blocks underneath, or just focus on being here. Have the elbows, and then add the gentlest amount of pressure. You can also sit in this butterfly position with some weights. But a lot of this is safety for the body. So sometimes when or the yoga sense, when our hips are very tight, it can be a place of deep-seated emotion, right? So you want to tell your body, oh, it's safe, like this position is safe. There is obviously a mechanical component to it a lot of the time, is that you sit in a certain position, or you've never mobilized this way, or you never sat cross-legged as a kid, whatever it is. So I'm also a believer there's a little bit of both in those things, yeah. So we're here. And then we're very gently going to go for a fold. So when we fold, I want you to, if you can, just scooch the feet out a little bit more in front of you. So you look like a smushed diamond in the floor. You can also take it out even further. You need more space for a diamond. And then we're going to do two blocks. So we're going to do the first one is with an extended spine. You can keep your hands on the feet, or you can walk them out in front of you. And then you're just walking fingertips out. And then you want to try and see how far you can extend the spine. So we're doing a nice long spine. And then whenever you feel like, oh, now I really cannot do anymore, I don't want you to round and fold. I just want you to stay extended and imagine that your sternum is going forward and it's going to touch past your feet. And you're going to stay here. Breathing, thinking about moving those knees down toward the floor. And then maybe the body softens and relaxes a little bit, and you can push yourself a little bit further. But we always go gentle in stretches to go to where our body wants to go. And it's that thing of relaxing into it, telling your body that it's safe, that it's nice. And then we're going to walk it up.
So for this next one, we're going to tuck the chin towards the chest, and we're rounding through the spine. So sit up tall, tuck, and round, trying to get the forehead onto the feet. So here we want to focus on rounding through the spine. Your spine is allowed to flex, to twist and rotate, and also bend. So we don't want to be focusing too much on perfect form all the time. We want to be focusing on moving our body in ways that are a little bit messy sometimes. So no one likes a rounded back, but it's important for the spine health because we don't always do things in our life with perfect form. Sometimes we do it with a rounded back. So it's important just to strengthen and lengthen in those different positions.
And that's it. That one. From there, it goes my arms up towards the ceiling. I'm going to drop my right hand and outside my left foot. I'm going to take my left hand behind me and then press where you can. And then we're going to lift the chest and then rotate, trying to look towards that left shoulder or over the left shoulder. If the outside of the foot feels too easy, you can take that right hand, bring it towards the left knee. left thigh, and then pull a little bit more. I'm still recovering a little from this back injury, and I keep on injuring myself. So I'm taking a gentle back. This back hand, this left hand can also come behind you onto the inside of the right thigh, if that feels good. And that can sometimes make us feel like we're opening the chest a little bit more and have a little bit more space. All right, inhale, take the arms up. Look back to center. Exhale, we're going to stand on the opposite side. So I'm going to drop my left hand toward my right foot. Let's take my right hand behind me. And then try and look over the right shoulder. And then your options are you can either take the left side, left knee, for the left side. It might be hard, how sneak use a very and then you can take the right hand with the inside of the left. Okay, so I think this is great. Inhale, exhale, and then we'll twist up. Left way to drop. Imagine right back on center. Ooh, good job. Bring the knees towards each other. And then we're going to end today just with a little bit of a breathing practice so that we can practice. You can start with this, but I think it's nice to end with it too. So the left side of our bodies are feminine, the right side of our bodies are more masculine, and we're just going to balance that. So we've done this before. You are going to give me your peace fingers, and you're just going to bring them down towards the palm of the hand. If you find that really challenging, you can just use your L fingers, your index and your thumb, and just do this with the nose. Otherwise, you're going to use your ring finger. We start by closing off the right side and expelling all of the air out of the left nostril. So exhaling through the left. Inhale through the left. Close the left nostril with the ring finger. Exhale through the right. Close the right foot up. Open. Exhale through the left. Vaginal breath in. Exhale. The right exhale left. So next. Continue on with this exercise. And the trick is to try and extend your exhale for longer. So begin to count the seconds if you are already exhalation. Let's even make it longer. And never force it back. Keep it nice, slowly and breathe. Down your exhale. I want you to sleep this. By smelling all the air out of the brain outside. Let me see the dance. You're ready. Breathing in slow, slow, and out. Now you see that please your bum. You know, have a great day.